Good morning and welcome to Daybreak. I'm your host, Brittany Lauffer.
And I'm Ryan Bailey. This week on Daybreak, we have your campus, city, and national news.
Plus, we have weather, entertainment, and sports report for you. And Alexander Seg.A will be here to teach the Daybreak crew how to do some yoga.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting. All that and more straight ahead on Daybreak. In campus news this week, the United Student Government plans to meet with club leaders this week to outline changes in the way that funds are given to clubs. USG Treasurer Andrew Ladon said that usually USG only meets with club leaders once a year during the initial funding meeting. Ladon said that meeting with club leaders more regularly will build the relationship between clubs and USG, as well as allowing USG to see where the funds they gave the clubs are going. Clubs are also required to now fill out an after-event form, which is a new way to deal with initial funding requests. There is a major upgrade in the works for university security, which includes the expansion of identity card readers. The university currently uses a software called Secure 800, but is in the process of changing to Secure 9000. The updates will include ID readers in the student and university centers. There are also plans to put card readers onto shuttles, but those plans are still a ways off. A Point Park student blog is garnering some serious attention. So much so that it may be turned into an app soon. Sophomore Madison Taylor's blog, Wear What Style, shows all of the latest styles. And even though the blog grew quickly, it was a surprise to Taylor when a representative of DWNLD Media approached her about turning the blog into a smartphone app. That representative, Noah Wunsch, says that he likes the visual elements as well as the overall design of the blog. Taylor said the app could be coming in the next few years. Point Park plans to give its academics a makeover. The project known as Point Park 2020 is designed to give students a new, meaningful academic experience. Daybreak correspondent Chris Hoffman has the story.
Point Park University says it wants to help students clearly see the path to their future. With the new Point Park 2020 academic changes, it plans to make this easier than ever. Sophomore broadcasting major Kyle Anthony came to Point Park with the goal of getting real-world experience.
And they kind of get involved in things like at Point Park they have the TV station, the radio station, kind of get involved in things like that, try to help push me forward to the career goals I have.
Coming this fall, the university is implementing something called Point Park 2020. Students will see changes to core classes and changes to outside experiences such as internships and club involvement.
We really want students to have a total learning experience, so we want them to have experiences that are meaningful, beginning with their very first class at the university and continuing through their major classes.
McIntyre says not only do they want to see students do well in classes, but they want to see what the student does outside of the classroom to apply themselves in the real world. To students such as Anthony, they believe this new policy will help push future students to the goals they want to achieve.
When it becomes time for them to apply for internships, everything will kind of be ready for them. They'll know what to expect. They'll know how to do everything already. They won't have to be trained and stuff. They'll be ready to go out there and get it.
McIntyre says the university believes the experiences inside and outside the classroom will help distinguish Point Park graduates from other colleges. Reporting for Point News, I'm Chris Hoffman.
Thanks for that, Chris. And that's all for your campus news. Now here's Brittany with City News.
Thanks, Ryan. In city news, a local figure skating coach died in a crash at Washington County Airport last Tuesday. Former Ukrainian national figure skating champion 52-year-old Igor A. Novodran of Upper St. Clair passed away when the single-seat experimental airplane he was flying crashed. He was taken to UPMC Presbyterian Hospital in Oakland, where he died around 3:30 p.m. in the emergency room. Novodran's aircraft, an Avid Bandit, went down at about 2:10 in the afternoon falling about 200 feet, landing on its roof and sliding over a hillside, receiving substantial damage. The cause of the crash is currently unknown. Nova Duran coached at the Robert Morris University Island Sports Center as an independent contractor for about 10 years. Allegheny County has decided to switch to electronic bill paying system in an effort to reduce paperwork. In a news release sent out last Wednesday, Controller Chelsea Wagner says her office has taught more than 1,000 vendors how to submit bills and purchase orders electronically. The switch is not a requirement for vendors, but is highly encouraged. In an interview with the Post-Gazette, Wagner said, "One of my top priorities is to use paperless systems, to save money and time, and to be more environmentally conscious." She also stated the goal is to make the county more efficient and transparent. A Primanti Brothers operation manager has been accused of stealing $30,000 from the restaurants in North Versailles, Moon, and Robinson Township. According to a criminal complaint filed by the Allegheny County District Attorney's Office, text messages helped a detective identify Ben Bartelson as a suspect. In a text message to an operations director, Bartelson told her, quote, "About 3 weeks ago, when we weren't getting a bonus, I took the North Versailles deposit to the casino and lost, and I couldn't stop for like the last 3 weeks. I don't know how much I lost," end quote. Bartelson was in custody as of last Monday and was awaiting arraignment on 3 felony counts of theft by unlawful taking and a misdemeanor charge of misapplication of entrusted property. The Mr. Rogers neighborhood of make-believe ride at Idlewild and Soakstone has ended its run and will be revamped for 2015 with a new theme of Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, PBS's successor program to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. The old neighborhood of make-believe ride opened in 1989 and featured animatronic versions of King Friday the 9th, X the Owl, and the Platypus family, and Daniel Striped Tiger concluded its 25-year run at the end of the 2013 season. For 2014, a costume version of the Daniel Tiger character will appear at Idlewild daily from noon to 7 p.m. in the area of the old ride. Idlewild and Soakstone opens May 22nd for its 137th season. And that's all for your city news this morning. Now back to Ryan at the couch.
Thanks, Brittany. Coming up next on Daybreak, we will have a national news report for you, and a local artist and his dog get worldwide attention. How the artwork is also doing some good for charity.